Broadcasting live worldwide.
98.7 Red Dirt Rebel. This is True Grit at noon. I'm Raven Cade, and I got another exclusive interview with some great musical talent. Jeff with Saints 11. Going to have him on in just a second. And it's all going to be brought to you by Top Branch Tree Service, 44 Drywall, Earl's Rib Palace, and Billingsley Ford Lincoln Service Department in Lawton, Oklahoma. Hey, Jeff, how you doing, buddy?
Hey, man, I'm doing good, brother. How are you?
Man, I'm doing really well, loving the music that you've been putting out, and I'm telling you, when I heard that home song, man, on the highway, I tell you,
my home.
Yeah, my home is that is definitely one of mine when I'm on the road, driving down the road and having a good old time. I like that tune, man.
Yeah.
And a lot of people.
Thank you, brother.
Well, you're welcome, sir. And a lot of our listeners definitely like it as well. So just give us a little bit of background on how you got started and how the band came about and how long y'all been trucking on these roads.
Man, I've been playing music since I was 10 years old. I started taking guitar lessons at 10, and then I got into the hair metal stuff, myself. Then I got into the blues scene, and then I kind of got into the Texas music scene probably about, 15-something years ago. The Saints 11 is my first band to front. I've always been a guitar player for other people. Mm-hmm. So the last band I was playing lead guitar for, it kind of was going when the Texas music scene was kicking off, if that makes sense.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
And it was very popular, it was kind of an underground thing. I mean, we would do some shows, and my brother's like, "Hey, man, you heard of that band Cross Canadian Ragweed?" And I was like, "No." I was like,
"Right on."
And he was like, "Man, I saw them not too long ago, and they were kick-ass and blah, blah, blah." And so I was just kind of getting popular at that time. And I was playing, like 90s covers, 2000s, covers, stuff like that, and bands, and kind of rocking out some classic rock stuff and whatever. But anyway, the more that band grew, the bigger the scene grew. And I don't know, it's just kind of a weird thing, man. I was starting to dig into like Corey Morrow and some of the Red Dirt guys like Jason Boland that I had discovered back then. Anyway, the band started to grow. We did a show with Bon Jovi. We got to open for them in American Airlines Center, and it's a sold-out show. And after that, we got to do Willie Nelson's birthday party a little bit, blah, blah, blah. But anyway, egos happened and just kind of self-imploded. And then I was like, man, this would be a good time for me to get out of this gig and start doing what I want to do and start writing the music that I want to play and stuff. Because I just wanted to start my own thing, man. I'm kind of a bluesy guy. I've been into the hair metal scene. I'm kind of a rock and roller, but I grew up on Haggard and Dwight Yoakam and guys like that too. So, and that's what Saints 11 is. It's just a mixture of my favorite jam, which is like, the Black Crowes and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, brother.
And also my country roots, which is, George Jones and, George Strait and Hank Williams Jr. and guys like that. So that's kind of where Saints 11, the sound comes from. It's just like music that I want to play. And I'm not going to be influenced by anybody else. I'm going to write the stuff and play the stuff I want to write. I mean, hell, there's shit that I write that once I get it written, I bring it to the band, and once the band performs it live, in a rehearsal spot, I mean, like, man, that song doesn't jam like I wanted it to. Let's trash it, or let's rewrite it, or let's redo something. If we can't jam to it, how are we going to expect our fans to jam to it? That's kind of my mentality.
Ain't that the truth, man? Ain't nothing worse than going to a show and you're like, I paid $38.50. I'm not feeling it, bro.
Right, and I get the fact that everybody has different tastes in music. I'm just letting you know what I like. This is my style of music. I mean, we're working on a new album right now. We're about to finish it up. It's a full 10-song E-full record. Mm-hmm. And man, it's got a good variety. I mean, all 10 songs, none of them sound the same. It's just different. It goes from rocking out to a bluegrass gospel song to just, it's just cool, man. I love it.
Yeah, man. Well, I can't wait to hear the first single off of that album. Hint, hint.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Me too.
Yeah. So, but I definitely, man, that's one thing that's cool about the business and the industry we're in, especially with Red Dirt music and Texas music. It's like you can be that rock cat, you can be that blues guy, you can be that bluegrass, and make it work and gel because everybody that listens to that music listens to everything everywhere.
You're right. It's exactly right. I mean, it gives us the freedom to be independent.
Yes.
I mean,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, people either will listen to it, or come see your shows, or they won't. I mean, that's how you're gonna know. I mean, I don't know, man. There's no formula to it. I'm just gonna keep writing songs that I like until they tell me I can't or don't, or they stop showing up. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I don't see nobody not showing up anytime soon, okay? Well, Jeff, we're going to take a little break, and then we're going to spin that new single, This Town. You're listening to 98.7 Red Dirt Rebel. True Grit at Noon. We'll be right back.
The voice of American music, Willie. Willie Nelson and Family. June 1st at the Zoo Amphitheater. With special guest Lucas Nelson and Promise of the Real. And Charlie Crockett. Get reserved seats now at ZooAmpOKC.com. Don't miss Willie Nelson and Family live.
Got blueprints? Make them a reality today with 44 Drywall. 44 Drywall at 580-458-1809 has you covered when it comes to metal stud framing, drywall, and acoustic ceiling. They are the drywall specialists. 44 Drywall. Robbie Wybera, owner and operator, wants to make your blueprints into reality today. Give him a call, 580-458-1809.
ZZ Top Raw Whiskey Tour. Saturday, June 25th, Zoo Amphitheater. ZZ Top. Playing all their classic hits with special guest Collective Soul. On sale now at ZooAmpOKC.com. Produced by DCF Concerts.
Every time I roll through this town, I go outside of my way. I drive by that place where we first met. Don't look like much has changed. A few more folks is all. Man, we sure thought that those were the days, yeah. Wanna burn it down. Take it down to the ground and start all over. Sit here and watch it flame till I get sober. Don't mean nobody any harm when it all goes down. Take my advice, my friend, and leave this town. I see your dad's old store still standing. Man, he wore my ass out. That little old diner on the square, Lord, that was heaven. And that rundown one-room apartment made us feel grown up. We bit off more than we could chew. You made that house into a home, yeah. Wanna burn it down. Take it down to the ground and start all over. Sit here and watch it flame till I get sober. should let this thing go. Move right along with my life. Forget about that time when you broke my heart.
And we're back with 98.7 Red Dirt Rebel. It's a True Grit at Noon. Raven K still on the telly with my buddy Jeff. And this town song is so amazing, so good. It is so good, Jeff. I can't even wrap my mind around how good that song is. You know, what current projects you doing? You know, I know we touched on a little bit about the new album coming out. And are you on the road, you know, this spring and summer? What's going on?
Yeah, we just started, our schedule just started picking back up. I hate playing in the wintertime, man. I don't know why. It just sucks. I don't like it. So, I mean, a lot of people don't really anyway. It's kind of slow for everybody in the wintertime. So, yeah, man, it's starting to pick back up pretty nicely. Got some festivals coming up, got some traveling coming up, so everything's looking good. Like I said earlier, we've been in the studio for the last, I don't know, probably 9 months, I guess we've been working on this thing. So, got probably about 6 weeks left before we put out a single off of it. I think I'm going to probably, you know, release a single maybe every 6 months for, I don't know, maybe every 2 or 3 months. I'm still in the air, but the album won't release probably till next year, but there'll definitely be some singles coming off of it for sure soon.
Well, the singles keep you going on the road.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and we're excited about this one, man. Same producer that did the last EP with My Home Is and This Town on it, so we're excited about that. Had some guys from Aaron Watson's band, Wade Bowen's band, Pat Green's band, and one of the guys from the Eagles come in and played on it. Man, it's turning out to be cool.
Well, I like what I'm hearing thus far, and I can't wait to hear some singles off that album and catch you at a show. Hey, before I let you go, I know you're a busy man. Where can people get a hold of you on the social suspects? Let us know.
Oh, man, I'm usually hanging out in the backyard with a cold beer in my hand, watching the sun go.
I want to be there, but you ain't going to let everybody at your backyard.
Tell me I won't. I bet.
See, Jeff's that guy.
Just go to saints11.com and everything you need to find us on the other stuff will be right there on that page.
See, simple. Saints11.com. Jeff might even invite you to the house. You never know. We'll get some tenderloin and some ribs going, and I'll do that, Jeff. I'll bring that. Okay.
Yeah, come on. I sure appreciate you having me on, brother.
All right, then. You take care, Jeff. And you've been listening to 98.7 Red Dirt Rebel, True Grit at Noon. We got some good music coming your way from Dallas Moore. Stick around. Top Branch Tree Service is the best in the Southwest at 785-375-2023. Oklahoma weather can be unpredictable and tree damage could happen. But when it does, you got a professional who is bonded, licensed, and will help you remove shrubbery, tree removal, stump removal, pests inside the trees. Jordan Creer, owner and operator, he will do it all. Give him a call today, 785-375-2023. That number one more time, 785-375-2023. Top Branch Tree Service gets the job done.